In the next few minutes, you're going to fast track your way to becoming a fully fledged entrepreneur with the full ability to pick and choose what's inside your product, including courses, communities, to so much more, all in one platform. So introducing Whop. By now you would have already heard of the platform, which is why you're on this video, to discover the amazing drag and drop functionality of it, and step by step how to launch your own Whop so you can launch it and scale it to over 6 figures with no cost. Because instead of having a stack of softwares costing you hundreds of dollars per month, everything is all in one inside of Whop and it costs $0. So to celebrate the announcement of my own program that is launching in partnership with Whop, 6 Figure Editor, which teaches people how to master the skill of Netflix grade video editing by the man who created the Imangaji editing style, and then to go on and earn 6 figures with the skill and upgrade their life. Today I'm going to show you how to set up your own product and get it running within only a few minutes from now. And once you've got an understanding, click the top link in the description and it will take you directly to create your very first Whop. And the mind-blowing thing is that if you make $500 within the first 7 days, they will fly you out personally to New York City to their headquarters and pay for your accommodation, essentially giving you a full trip to New York for only processing $500 within the first 7 days. Because as soon as you start building on the platform, you become family. And that offer is eligible through the link down below. So let me run you through a complete A to Z of the platform so you can become a master within only a few minutes, and we'll create our first Whop together. So let's dive into it. So as soon as you sign up through the link in the description, you'll actually be brought to this page. And from now on, I'm going to be in a very raw format because I'm just going to show you the entire process of how to go from A to Z of, creating your Whop, setting everything up, all the features, absolutely everything essentially ready for you to start getting users in, and then obviously just starting scaling it from there. So I'm just going to go through the entire thing A to Z. You should just sit back and just watch this thing because it's going to be very raw. There's not going to be really any cuts. So as we know, an actual Whop is if you have a community or a course in mind, a certain transformation. Let's say if you want to teach people how to ski or you want to teach people how to trade, you'd have separate Whops for both of those things because they're complete different industries. And for example, you could create a Whop. So for example, myself, I have 6 Figure Editor, which is about actually helping people turn creativity into success by the art of creating content and being an editor and all the avenues that you have with that. So that is one Whop by itself. Now, if I wanted to do a completely different transformation, if I wanted to teach something completely else, I'd make another Whop. I wouldn't just have it in the same one. Let's just say, for example, we're going to do a ski academy. Okay, that's going to be our Whop in this case. Then we're going to pick our niche. So as you can see, we have all of these down here. We can find the right one. So if we go to, let's say sports, it will create that right there. Now, you'll already be brought into this sort of dashboard and you're going to think, okay, there's a lot of different options around, but trust me, as you sort of get into this, you realize that it's completely easy and it's actually designed in the best way possible for you. It's not too complicated, okay? So first of all, we have our Whop here. Okay, you can actually add a new Whop like here if you want to add more, but obviously for now, you're just going to be building out the first one. Now, as you can see in this part of the dashboard right here is that it says $500 in 7 days. And if we look at this milestone ourselves, if we go on here, because this is the cool thing about Whop, you have so many awards. So if you have $100 in revenue, you'd get a phone call, $500, you'd get a handwritten letter. But what the amazing thing is, and obviously it gets crazy and get Rolex, Lambo, etc. It's big things. But if you get $500 in 7 days, they will fly you personally out to New York City to their headquarters and pay for your accommodation. That is ridiculous. I've never seen a company do this before, and it's completely true. The guys are amazing, and I can keep seeing stories of so many people going out to the Whop headquarters. So what an amazing award. And everything is absolutely covered, all your flights and everything like that. So that's amazing. And it's an amazing incentive for you to start getting your business up and running. Not only do you benefit by actually processing that $500, or even probably you could do $1,000, $2,000 in that time period, depending on the idea you have, the audience you have at the moment, but also you'll get a free experience into New York. So this is in the dashboard view. I'm going to go back to the hub. Hub is essentially where you're going to be viewing your Whop and actually building it out from here. So as you can see, we have Ski Academy on the left hand side. That is the Whop. Now, what it is comprised of, essentially, if you have a Whop, is apps, of course, as I've mentioned before. Now, initially, you already see all this entire list of apps. So we have courses, chat, files, content, all of these different things. So let's say if you had the Ski Academy, you wanted to add a course, you wanted to add a community. So a course where you're teaching the actual entire program curriculum with video tutorials, and then a community through, let's say, Discord, okay, or Telegram. So that's just the initial basis we're going to have. So we're going to go to courses right here. I'm going to click add app. Okay, as soon as we add this app in, it's going to appear down here. Okay, this is where all of our apps would appear, and if we just add a stack, that's where they'll be. So we can create your course now, and then we can just give it the name Ski Academy course, and then continue, and then a tagline. So learn how to ski like a pro, and then description, the full A to Z of skiing in 2024. We're just going to do something like that, okay, for now. Obviously, you can change this at a later date and things like that. So as soon as we've done that, now the course is already live. And as you can see, we sort of have all of this set out here. So what you'll be able to do is press upload image, and it will change the banner image right here. And also you can click here to change the sort of tagline. And also you can click to randomize image if you really wish so. In this view, when we're in a course, you can see we have this bar up here. Setup is where we're going to be editing it from. We can preview as user. So if we click this, we can preview it as a user, how it would look. So you know, obviously you can click on the lessons, and then you could play the videos if you had any here. You can mark as complete and different things. But on this tab, you set up, so you can actually go in to the lesson and add content. So you can upload files, you can upload attachments and put commands and text and things like that. So, you know, if you had like a text that you wanted to put down, this could go here. And then, you know, links and different things, and upload attachments. So if you want files and things like that, where you have like download resources for courses, you can put that there. So you can preview as a user. Then you can click here to check out the access. So if you have different pricing options and different things like that, or whatever it is, you have different packages, maybe different price points and ways of entry, you can essentially select who gets access to that course, okay, through that avenue. Okay, we can talk about that later in more detail. Then the analytics of just generally your course analytics. But of course, when you have no users in, you won't need to use this at this point. Right now, it's all about setting it up. But that is the amazing thing, is that you know, you don't need to use any third-party course platforms like, you know, I'm not going to mention them on here, but it actually gives you the full analytics in-house, and you get to do this all for free. You're not charged at all in a monthly, you know, fee to host your course. You can upload an unlimited footage of your course on here. Even if it was a 50 gigabyte course, you can upload it for free on here and host it on here. And as soon as someone pays on Whop, so they get their access into Whop, they'll get instant access to the course in their own hub. Okay. So we've added this course here, and of course we can start adding lessons. So we can go in here and we can change, let's say we're selected on lesson 1 right now. We can put this, welcome to Ski Academy. And then the next one could be, let's see, how to use the program. Okay, so you can start doing that, and then you can add new lessons and then new chapters. Chapters are where it's sort of like that phase level. So if you have, let's say, mindset, and then it goes into outreach or different things like that, like different sections of the course, that's when you add a new chapter. And then lessons, of course, is just to add the separate different video lessons or resource lessons and things like that. So that's that. We have the initial course one added. What we can do is go in to click add apps again. So this is where all the app list is. And we want to add now a community. So we can go to, let's say, and you can type in here for apps. So let's say we can type in Discord, and Discord would come up. Okay. The same with Telegram. If we type in Telegram, it would come up. And they're going to keep adding more and more apps into this section, so you have access to more and more. But let's say we want to have, okay, we're just going to go Discord for our community of Ski Academy. So as you can see, it's placed right next to the course. So then you just press connect Discord, and you'll be able to select what role someone is added. So if you know on Discord, you can have different roles for certain people. You can essentially choose what role they get automatically. You'll connect with Discord and do this automatically. So as I said, if someone purchases, they would now in their hub get access to the course plus the Discord access, which they can then just join at that certain role that you selected. So that is a really, really cool thing, an initial way to go about it. So now if we go to products, okay, this is where we can go ahead and create a sort of pricing option. Okay, so if we click add product, we can choose to do free or paid. Now, for example, with my program, Six Figure Editor, we have a free option, a free access option, where people will be able to access the free training, They won't get access to the course, of course, because it's a very premium product. However, to get access to the free training, they can do that through here. So we can click free for now, and we can do instant access or waitlist. What will happen with the waitlist is if you click this, then people will press join, and then you get to approve who you want to add into the waitlist, into the group, on a complete waitlist. Or you can just, for example, you can decline, you can accept certain people that you want and decline other people that you don't want, or you can just essentially just wait until you're ready to then accept everyone into the program or whatever thing you're selling. Okay, so that's that. So we're gonna, for now, instant access. And then you can choose a duration for when it expires. So if we put never expires, they essentially get lifetime access as soon as they join. If we put 7 days, then they'll get 7 days access to your Whop essentially. And you can do this in a custom duration or just choose one of the presets right here. But for now, we're just gonna put never expires. And you can also add an initial fee. So for example, just a fee on the start. If you have a subscription model, for example, you can add an initial fee and then a continuous subscription from there, on the lower price, on the normal price, okay? But we're not gonna select this for now. Then we're gonna press continue, and then you can choose how this can be accessed. If we put it visible, then it's gonna be on your public sort of Whop link, okay? Generally, it's gonna just be accessible for anyone to see. If you do hidden secret link, then you can obviously just create a custom link, which then you can send to people, and they'll be able to see the pricing option on that link. And then there's hidden, which is password, sorry. So only users with a password can buy this pricing option. For now, we're just gonna do visible. That's it. Already, it's done. So now you have this free sort of option, okay? You can go back into products and you could, for example, create a new product. So for example, if you wanted to now create a product which was paid, go paid, and then let's say we have subscription model or single payment. Let's just go for single right now. And we're gonna go for $497, which is gonna be the Ski Academy's official price, so to speak, okay? And it's gonna expire after 3 months. So they get 3 months access to the complete product for $497, okay? Then continue and visible. So now we have 2 different pricing options. We have 2 different products essentially. Now, if we go into the paid one, now what we can do is scroll down and we can add these apps, okay? So we can add whatever apps you see fit for that particular pricing model. So let's say we add courses and the Discord, okay? So now anyone who pays that $497, that comes in and pays that $497 will get instant access to the course and the Discord. But we don't want it to appear as just saying courses or Discord. We want it to say Ski Academy course and paid or like mastermind community, for example, okay? What you can do where you go to this app level down here, if you click the 3 dots, you'll be able to press rename, okay? Rename this to Ski Academy course and then select continue. Now, as you can see, this will instantly change. So now if someone either sees it on the public page, the public page where you can actually buy into the product, or just from their own hub, they'll be able to see it says Ski Academy course. So it looks a lot more professional. And we'll do this with Discord too. We'll do Mastermind Ski Community. As you can see, that changes here too. So that's a lot more clean, okay? So we have our products. Now, as you can see, the $497 edition will include these apps. Now, what you can do is, for example, create another, let's say a Telegram this time. We're gonna add a Telegram, and we're gonna make this a free Telegram for the free access. If we add this up, obviously you can connect Telegram just as you would with Discord for this, and I'm gonna rename it right here. I'm gonna rename and put free community. So as you can see right here, it says free community. If we then go to products, we go to the free option, and then we're gonna add this as the app, okay, that is included, the thing that is included essentially with the free access. So now if we go back to products, you'll be able to see that the free edition will include the free community, and the paid one will include the full course and the Mastermind Ski Community. So there you have the 2 options of, the 2 ways of entry into the Ski Academy just as a general Whop. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. And then people from the free community, the one that joins the free edition, the free access, will be then able to upgrade to the $497 edition directly through Whop So now that we've got these two options, we're going to go over to actually looking at the sort of storefront, so where we're going to be selling our product from. But before then, I just want to show you through something that is really, really cool for us people that are building courses on the platform. Because this is something that, I don't think anyone else is really doing in the entire space. So if we go over to the course, we can select these two options right here. One is that lessons must be completed in order. So for example, for someone to watch this third lesson, they need to have watched this one, marked it as complete, watch this one, marked it as complete, and then they'll be able to view it. Unless they've done that, they won't be able to view this lesson. So it makes people really just go through the chronological order. So you're not going to have this type of people coming into your course and complaining about the fact that they're not learning anything because they haven't gone through in order. Now you don't have to worry about that because they literally have to go through in order if you check that option. Now, another thing which is amazing is the video protection. What will happen now is if someone watches your video, like a course video, it'll have a watermark that moves around the screen, unique to that person's sort of IP address or that person's user account. So for example, that helps with piracy issues. If someone leaks your course, you know exactly who's leaked it because of that watermark that is on the screen. And yeah, that's a very unique feature of this platform compared to other ones. Most of them just don't have that sort of piracy feature, but this does. So that's an amazing thing. Now we're going to head over to our store right here. And this is where we're going to customize our store for Ski Academy. Right now, if we go over to this button, we can click open store page. And if we look at it right now, it's going to look very, very plain because we haven't customized anything. But eventually, after we add a bunch of photos, and we add taglines, we add features, frequently asked questions, and then more information about us, the Ski Academy, then it's going to look like a fully flourished page. For example, now you can see six-figure editor where, this is fully fledged out, as you can see right here. And you have details about what access it is. And then you would have the paid option right here. And then you can have features which, are decked out. Customer Q&A. So any customers that have came in, they can ask questions and then you can answer them publicly. So some of the biggest problems that someone might have inside of your sort of Whop, let's say if there was an issue with accessing something that some people just couldn't navigate very easily, they would put that question and then you'll be able to answer that publicly. So people realistically won't face some of the biggest or hardest problems that they are facing right now. And you can actually upvote these things too. So if someone asks a question, you can upvote it if you're someone who's actually found it very helpful. So you find that some Whop pages have thousands of upvotes on some of the customer Q&As because it's just very, very helpful, the answer that was given. And then you have customer reviews, as you can see. So if people basically leaving reviews, and as you can see, there's 5-star on my one. So yeah, that's what a fully sort of flourished page will look like. But back here, you can actually see all the customizable options, which you'll be able to go through, and it's pretty self-explanatory, and it actually gives you sort of visual representations where things go. So if you click on, for example, your tagline will show here, then it will allow you to edit that tagline. Learn how to ski from the best. Save, and the tagline will show up right here. Okay, now if you go over to the open store page, the good thing is that everything is real time. With this, it's already appearing on your store. So now you can just fully go through and add everything onto your page. Now, after you've got this to a great point where you think everything looks beautiful, we have the course ready inside, we have the communities ready inside, or whatever you're offering inside, whether that's literally completely anything that you want to have, then if you think that everything is perfect, you have some customers coming through the door through your audience that you're already sort of sharing your link with, and you can actually copy your link right here. So you can copy it and then send it wherever you want, and people will be able to purchase through that link. Then you can go and apply to Marketplace, and what this will actually allow you to do is be on the store front of Whop. So if we go on the front page of Whop right now, you can see all of these ones that are currently live. And it might look a bit different from when you're watching this yourself, but this is how it is right now. Let's say if we go click on See All, you'll be able to see all of the different sections of different types of Whop there are. So for example, we go over to social media, and I'm going to go to Whop Verified. You'll be able to see six-figure editor here, which is my Whop, of course. Now you'll be able to see everyone else's here. So if you apply to the marketplace, basically you'll be able to be on this sort of storefront. And that means you get a lot of free leads, a lot of free sales from just being on the marketplace itself. So it really help you just essentially growing your business from there. But yeah, as soon as you start getting people into your Whop, you'll be able to see the number actually come here. So you, for example, if you had 100 people inside of your Whop, doesn't matter if it's in the free or the paid, you see the number 100 appear here. So if you have 100,000, the number is going to appear here as 100,000. So you can just generally monitor, and you can click on the number when it appears, and you'll be able to see a full list of all of the users inside. Now, if we click this drop down, we can visit store, we can go to the products, we can change the cover photo, and we can go to notification settings. But if you have the number right here, so if you actually have people that are starting to join, you'll be able to click and you'll see a full list of the users that are inside. And of course, you can actually go through the more detailed version if you go into dashboard and then click users, which you'll be able to see a full user list right here. But of course, we don't have anyone in here just yet. So now let's look at the dashboard section a little bit closer, okay? Because if you start processing payments and things like that in here, as soon as you're in the home of your dashboard, you'll be able to see the full analytics behind of it. Okay, so you'll see, for example, how many users have signed up today, how much your MRR is, how many payments you've had, and the total amount of cash basically you've collected and things like that, just giving you a general overview of things from that home standpoint. Okay, if we go into users, you'll be able to see the full list of users, and you'll be able to see their joined Whop. So for example, other ones that they have joined, the total spend, so how much they've spent with you so far, where maybe it's just a one-time fee, or maybe they have a subscription. It'll just show the entire amount that they've actually sent to you. Status is, if they're active or not. Contacts you'll be able to have some sort of contact details, whatever they essentially put in, and essentially what is on file with Whop about them. And joined is actually when they joined your program. Now, if we go over to links, you'll be able to add checkout links right here. So very specific, direct links to a specific checkout prices. Okay. And then if we go to milestones, as I've said before, if you get $500 in 7 days, then you get that trip to New York. But the rest of them are just basically going in a chronological order of, going from pretty much no money to the most money possible that you've generated, and the prizes keep getting bigger. So, for example, Whop Rolex, Whop Lambo, private jet, of course. But it just gets basically more and more progressive as it goes along. Growth hacks is very, very useful because it teaches you how to earn more money and grow better with your Whop itself. So join the marketplace, set up cancellation discounts, set up global affiliates, and add annual pricing options. These are very helpful things, which you can also chat with support and different things. You've got a lot of support within side of Whop. Now, going over to the marketing section, if we go to affiliates, this is a really, really cool option that incentivizes people to go ahead and sell your Whop. Okay, so if you basically click add invite affiliate, if you can invite someone who will be your affiliate, and then you can give them a reward for essentially bringing people into your program. Okay, so let's say it's this one you wanted to select, so the $497 option, or even just the free one. So even, for example, you wanted free leads, you could incentivize someone by giving them a couple dollars per time they bring someone into the free access, if you really wanted to do that. But if you had like a high ticket product, even if it's $1,000 or $2,000, you could give someone a $500 reward just for bringing someone into the program, which is a really, really cool thing. You don't need to go to any outside affiliate softwares. You have that all in house with Whop. And then if you invite any affiliates, they'll appear here in this list. And then below affiliates, you have tracking links, where if you have multiple sources of traffic and you want to test multiple sources, let's say even if you have certain ads, or you have organic YouTube or different things, Instagram, then you can have separate links just to see what is converting best, what's bringing in the most amount of leads and the best conversions, how much revenue each place has generated. You'll be able to create a tracking link right here, and you have all of these statistics here, and you can just keep adding as many as you wish. And then if you go to promo codes, you'll essentially be able to create one, which then you can just give to certain people. Even if, for example, you had like an offer on your YouTube, and then you wanted to put like as it says here, summer sale, you could just say to people, use this link in checkout, and they'll be able to get whatever amount off in a discount. Now, if we go down to the finances section, you'll be able to see payments, disputes, and payouts. If we go to payments, it will obviously show you all of the payments that have came in from people that have purchased your Whop. If we go down to disputes, you'll be able to see any sort of different disputes from people, even if they're even they're legitimate or illegitimate. You'll be able to sort of sort it out essentially in this dispute section. If you go to payouts, you'll be able to manage your payouts. So you can set up Whop payments. And this is the amazing thing about Whop, is that you don't need to just deal with having Stripe as your payment processor. Whop has their own in-house team that just essentially allow you the best guaranteed rate of everything going through, and funds are not being held. You have complete support, and they essentially have a great partnership with Stripe themselves, which is why they're able to offer this. You know, they're extremely trusted in the space, and this is why they're able to offer the best payment options in the space. So you can set up Whop payments right here, which will link to Stripe just in terms of your general details, because they have a master account where everything goes through and essentially nothing is being held. Now, if you go over to other payment methods, you'll be able to accept PayPal or crypto. So for example, even if you had a crypto community and you only wanted to accept crypto, you can do that by connecting Coinbase, crypto payments. And that just means that literally as soon as someone pays with crypto, you don't need to go through different third-party apps to get this all set up. You could just get paid in crypto, and Whop will automatically enroll that person into your Whop, and they'll have access to everything. You don't need to go through like, okay, send your custom ETH link or your Bitcoin link address, to someone, and then waiting for it to come in, and then, you know, just waiting for the confirmations, and then you manually adding them to something through a salesperson or yourself, and all this time-consuming things. They'll completely do it automated. And if we go to operations, you'll be able to see reviews. So just generally the reviews that are done by your customers. Customers have to be inside of your Whop for at least 6 or 7 days before they're able to actually put a review down. That just basically ensures that no one's going to just emotionally or unethically use the review system and just like join immediately and then leave a horrible review, or they're high in emotions and they're leaving some sort of review. They have this sort of cool down period, at least, you know, essentially around a week, until they're allowed to put a review down, which is amazing. And also all of the reviews get checked by Whop. So if there's some that just seem completely spammy or not legit, they will be rejected. If they're completely, you know, they look legit essentially, and they have a right cause to them, then they'll be accepted and put on your public page. Or you can actually put an option to not put the reviews on your page. However, the review will still go obviously through. Questions. So questions from people that are essentially inside of the program. This is where I said the customer Q&A section. They'll be able to ask questions, then you'll be able to see them and answer them through this. And then cancellation reasons, which is really helpful for feedback. If someone cancels, you'll be able to see exactly why they did that. And hopefully sometimes it can be constructive, and you can, you know, obviously improve your product. So that won't happen in the future. And then there's a resolution center, which is an amazing sort of place where before anything turns into a dispute, there could be a resolution center where we can just sort of work out something, and that will be there. Then you have your settings where, as I said before, you have general, team, checkout, legal, developer, audit logs, notifications, these sort of miscellaneous things that you can just set up to improve your Whop and just have everything in the right place. So hopefully that gives you a good insight into the Whop platform itself and how you can actually get started. So in apps, you can realistically add anything you want. So if you had sports apps, you wanted to add that. If you wanted to have video calls with your community, if you wanted to have giveaways, so, you know, every now and then you wanted to give away $100 to your community, you can do that on here. Trading view, for example, if you were doing a trading community, you can add trading view where someone could, you know, access to your trading view indicators, website embedded, software suggestions, Telegram, job board. So if there was a job board that you wanted to have for your community, let's say you are in a creative space for graphic designers, if you wanted to give them certain opportunities, jobs that are on the horizon that you've been told about, you can add this job board and add the jobs onto there so people can go and apply. Only available to your community, which will make it obviously even more valuable. Forums and different things like this, links to separate websites. So you realistically have the full sort of freedom to do anything you want, add anything, remove anything, whatever it might be, for your own Whop. And you can also go up here and request an app. So if there's something specific that you realistically would want on here for them to connect up as an app for your product, then you can just essentially request it. And if your app idea gets built, you'll receive $500 personally from Whop. Now, an amazing new feature of Whop is now you can DM people on the platform, which will boost conversions and help just generally with communication. So you can just DM between every user on the platform. Also, you can download the mobile app, which will allow you to manage everything on the go. So even if you're not at your computer, you can just manage everything wherever you are in the world. So I hope you found this video super useful. If you did, leave a comment and like down below in support so we can just see that you actually enjoyed the video, and go ahead and create your first